This free resource is brought to you by Western Nevada Title Company, trusted by agents and brokers since 1983. Ever dreamt of building a real estate empire but stopped dead in your tracks thinking, I don't have the money? This video will show you how to find capital for real estate, even if you don't have a lot of your own money. It's more accessible than you think. You're not alone. Many successful investors started with little or no money. In this video, we'll show you how to unlock opportunities and take your first step toward real estate success, even if you think you can't afford it. Unlocking opportunities in real estate often starts with a simple handshake and the exchange of keys, symbolizing new beginnings and partnerships. First, let's talk about traditional banks, credit unions, and mortgage companies. These are likely what you think of when you hear the term loan or mortgage. They offer the lowest interest rates and most favorable long-term repayment terms. However, they're typically more stringent. You'll need a strong credit score, generally above 680, a stable income history, and a low debt-to-income ratio. The approval process can also be lengthy, often taking weeks or even months. They focus heavily on your financial profile. Example: if you're looking to buy a long-term rental property and you have excellent credit, a bank mortgage could get you a 30-year fixed loan at 7.5%, making your monthly payments predictable and affordable. Here's a tip if you're thinking about going this route. Start building your credit score early, save for a down payment, and keep your personal finances meticulously organized. Then we have hard money lenders. These are private individuals or companies that offer short-term loans, typically for distressed properties that need quick renovations, like a house flip. Their focus isn't so much on your credit but on the value of the asset itself, the property you're buying. An example of using a private or hard money lender. You find a fantastic deal on a house that needs $50,000 in repairs, but it's such a hot market that you need to close in 10 days. A traditional bank can't move that fast. A hard money lender might give you the $200,000 to buy the property and the $50,000 for repairs, expecting you to pay them back within 6 to 12 months once you sell the renovated home. Tip, if you choose this path: be prepared for higher interest rates, often 10 to 20% or higher, significant upfront fees, and heavy penalties if you can't pay the loan back. Hard money is great for speed and flexibility on certain projects, but it's not a long-term financing solution. Now let's dive into the exciting world of creative financing, where innovation meets opportunity. These methods can be game changers, especially if traditional routes aren't an option. First up is seller financing. This is when the property seller acts as the bank, taking payments directly from you, the buyer. This cuts out the middleman entirely. It can be incredibly flexible with terms you negotiate directly, often with a lower down payment or a more forgiving interest rate than a traditional bank. It's often used when a seller wants a quick sale or a steady income stream themselves. Example: you find a motivated seller who owns a small commercial building outright. Instead of them waiting for a bank buyer, you negotiate a deal where you pay them a $20,000 down payment and then make monthly payments directly to them for the next 10 years at an agreed-upon interest rate. You've secured a property without a bank loan. Tip: this works best with motivated sellers who own their property free and clear. Always get the terms in writing and use a title company. Next, partnerships. This is about leveraging other people's money, or OPM, and often their expertise. You might bring the deal-finding skills, while a partner brings the capital, or vice versa. You combine your strengths and share in the profits and risks. Example: you found an incredible fixer-upper, and you're fantastic at managing renovations. However, you don't have the $100,000 needed for the down payment and initial repairs. You partner with an experienced investor who provides the capital in exchange for a 50% share of the profits after the property is renovated and sold. You've brought the effort and skill, they've brought the money. Tip: clearly define roles, responsibilities, and profit-sharing agreements before entering any partnership, ideally with a formal operating agreement. Finally, private money lenders. These are individuals, often people you know or people in your extended network, who lend money for real estate deals outside of traditional institutions. Because these loans are based more on trust and the strength of your deal, terms can be highly negotiable. Example: your uncle has a substantial amount in savings earning low interest. You approach him with a solid business plan for a rental property that projects a 10% annual return. You offer him an 8% annual return on his loan, secured by the property, for a 5-year term. He gets a better return than his savings account, and you get the capital you need. Tip: Always treat private money like a professional transaction. Provide clear documentation, offer a fair return, and communicate consistently. Trust is your biggest asset here. You could choose another option of building credibility with lenders and partners. No matter how you seek capital, whether from a bank, a seasoned investor, or your Aunt Sally, building credibility is paramount. Think of it as your investor's resume. People lend to those they trust and believe in. First, have a solid business plan. This isn't just for banks, it's for anyone you ask for money. It outlines the property, the purchase price, renovation costs, projected rental income or resale value, and a clear exit strategy. It shows you've done your homework. Example: instead of just saying, "I want to buy a rental," present a document that details the specific property, a market analysis showing comparable rents, a line item budget for repairs, and a projected cash flow statement for the next 5 years. This professionalism instantly boosts your credibility. Second, demonstrate your track record or experience. Even if you're a beginner, you can show you're serious. Have you taken real estate courses, read dozens of books, analyzed hundreds of deals? Highlight your commitment to learning. If you have past successful projects, even small ones, definitely showcase those. Example: if you haven't closed a deal yet, you can still say, "I've spent the last 6 months analyzing over 100 properties in this target market, and I've identified specific criteria for profitable deals." This shows initiative and dedication. Third, cultivate financial literacy. Understand the numbers inside and out. Know your ROI, cap rates, cash-on-cash return, even if you need to look them up beforehand. Be able to confidently answer questions about the deal's profitability and risks. Tip: practice explaining your deal's financials to a friend or mentor. The clearer you are, the more confident your potential investor will be. Finally, network relentlessly. The more people you know in real estate, the more opportunities you'll uncover, and the more potential lenders and partners you'll meet. Go to local meetups, join online forums, and always be open to connecting. Tip: don't just ask for money, ask for advice, share insights, and build genuine relationships first. This often leads to capital opportunities down the road. Let's talk about the do's and don'ts and a few final tips to set you up for success when you're ready to make that ask. Remember, how you present yourself in your deal is just as important as the deal itself. Do have a professional presentation. Whether it's a formal pitch deck or just a concise email, make it clear, organized, and error-free. First impressions matter. Do make a clear and specific ask. Don't be vague. State exactly how much money you need, what it's for, and what return or terms you're offering. Do present a detailed exit strategy. Lenders and partners want to know how they'll get their money back, and ideally, make a profit. Outline your plan B and C as well. Do over-deliver on communication and transparency. Be upfront about potential risks, provide regular updates, and be proactive in addressing any concerns. Now the don'ts. Don't wing it. An unprepared pitch shows a lack of respect for their time and your own deal. Have your numbers, your story, and your plan down cold. Don't hide risks or be dishonest. Every deal has risks. Acknowledge them, and explain how you plan to mitigate them. Honesty builds trust. And don't disrespect their time. Be punctual, keep meetings concise, and provide information efficiently. Their time is valuable. The capital is out there. Now it's your turn to go get it. Learn other tips for real estate professionals by visiting our website at wntco.com and go to our resource page. Western Nevada Title Company, a true partner to real estate professionals since 1983.